Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Hulk.
What up, folks? What is going on, everybody? Hello to you on this beautiful day, on this Thursday, as we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. As you all know, the Tennessee Titans play the Chargers this week, Jacques, in L.A. They West Coasting, dude. I need to put on my L.A. Dodgers hat, man. They West Coasting, man. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
the last time we went to L.A., we played them Rams last year, and we put the whooping on them. But it's a whole different year, whole different team, and a whole different team in the Chargers. The Chargers are starting to roll right now, man, for real.
Yep.
So, yeah, man. So,
yeah. Now you're right, Hulk. It's going and think about this. The time zone change too. Can be a difference in everything too. So this is gonna be an interesting game, and we're gonna see, but we're gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it.
For sure, man, for sure. All right, folks. Well, we appreciate you all, tuning in on the show, of course, man. And, we about to get this thing started off. As you all know, again, the Chargers did win last week, 23-17 on Sunday Night Football. They played a very good Miami Dolphins team in L.A. The Chargers are starting to roll. They're scoring a lot of points in the process. And, of course, for us, we did lose to the woeful Jacksonville Jaguars, who are picking it up. So we're on a 3-game slide. So, Jacques, I got a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
The playoffs, again, they started today. We'd be in the playoffs. The Chargers, ironically, would not be in the playoffs right now, but we would be.
Right.
So, there are ways, you and I have been looking at it. There are ways that we can win this football game. So, let us know some reasons, maybe 2 reasons as to why the Titans could beat the LA Chargers.
It's called a wing and a prayer. No, I'm playing.
X no paper, bro.
So, I mean, okay, so let's get into one reason how we can win this game. Now, I know the Chargers are, I think, 29th or 30th in rushing, or 31st in rushing off the rushing. 29th in rushing defense. Okay. Now, we know the Titans haven't gotten away with their bread and butter, which is Derrick Henry. But I think, and I said this last time, right? But I think this is a game where you can kind of get him established and get him mixed in there. But I also think we need to add another running back in the mix to get them in the mix, to get the run game kind of going. Because when the run game was going Sunday, it was working, right? We just had turnovers and got behind and everything. We had to start passing. But this is an advantage of the 29th ranked defense that you can take advantage of, okay? So one way that you can win is establishing, going back to kind of your bread and butter and how you looked at things. You're like, okay, well, we got Derrick Henry. Yeah, we're going to run you, but we also going to run whoever's back here, Chestnut, Haskins. Anybody that can get in the mix with running, let's do it, minus Malik, right? So I think you need to establish that identity first and then try to open up the pass, because their pass defense is cold, bro. Like, what is the ranking of the pass defense? Third. Let me see. 13th in pass defense
in the league.
That's defense. No slouch. That's no slouch at all, right? You got Derwin James back there. You got who else you got back there, Hulk? You got Derwin.
You got Nasir Adderley.
You got Nasir.
Asante Samuel Jr.
Asante Samuel Jr. I mean, you got some playmakers back there. So you have to really be careful. We don't have no receivers to really just get the ball to. So that's one reason. Another two is I'm going to flip to the defensive side of the ball, okay? So they don't have a good run defense, right? A good run offense. They don't. I think they're like number 31st. When I seen that, I think they were 31 in rush offense.
Yep.
Rush offense is trash, right? You're number 3 in rush defense, okay? So we know they're not going to run on us. We know that. We know that for a fact. But when it comes to playing in the secondary and playing, you have to play smart. I don't want no man-on-man situations. I don't, because they have talented receivers. They got Mike Williams. I don't know if Keenan Allen is playing, but they got him. They got both of them. Mike Williams is a 50-50 guy, right? 50-50. Yep. 50-50 ball. That's what he does, okay? So with that being said, you have to keep Roger McCreary out of those situations. If Trey Avery plays, which I think he practiced today, you got to keep him out of those situations. You have to keep Andre Adams out of those situations. You see what I'm saying? You have to play a great zone to make them throw in that zone. I'd rather for them to dink and dunk and play zone and eliminate the big plays like we've been having for the past 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 weeks, right? So if we can eliminate that, you have a chance. I said we're gonna win, but you have a chance to beat the Chargers. What about you, Hawk?
Great point, Jacques. So, when you look at the Chargers, there are ways to beat the Chargers. As you all know, historically, there's not many teams, and I think the Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions, and the Atlanta Falcons and the Chargers are four teams that they always find ways to lose. Okay, how many times have we seen the Chargers you know, they go out there, they have a great season, and then towards the end of the year, they lose and they don't make the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll have a team beat 30-0 in the third quarter and then lose. They always find ways to lose. This Chargers team is the exact same way, and they've had those issues early. Now I think they figured out some things, but I do think there are ways to beat them. You mentioned Derrick Henry, and I think that's going to be key for us for sure because their run defense, when you look at it overall, their run defense is very bad. They're 29th in the league in rush defense. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they don't have a lot of talent up front. The Chargers don't. Bosa, he's out. He's on IR right now, so he's not on the
Oh,
field. But you got guys like Morgan Fox,
yep.
Chris Rumph, a linebacker.
The whole
You know,
Raven.
Drew Tranquil, a bunch of guys out there on defense, right? And you got Khalil Mack. Yes, he's out there, but Khalil Mack's he's had an okay season. It's not been great. It's been all right, but their front seven is not really that good. So can we block?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who's back there. Derrick Henry's going to be the dude, just like against Jacksonville. When we had the fire, we did great. Do this the entire game. Second half, make the adjustments, keep being consistent, run the king. The king could be very successful against the LA Chargers, okay? They do not tackle well. They cover well, but they do not tackle well. You can have a field day running the football. I do think Derrick Henry will be ready. We just need to block. He was ready against Jacksonville. We did not block. I mean, in the second half, and that stopped him. When we did, he had his biggest first quarter in his history, and people might not even realize that. He had a 91 yards in one quarter. So it's kind of like, can we do the exact same thing against the Chargers? We can. We can if we block. But that's still asking a lot. When you got Dennis Daly at left tackle, you got Brewer at guard, a whole lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? And so this week, I'm really hoping that our offensive line gets it together. If they do a good job, they didn't even have to do great. Just do a decent, good job in blocking up front. You will have success against the LA Chargers for sure. I think another reason that we can beat them, it has to be time of possession. We
Mm-hmm.
cannot turn the football over like we did against the Jags. We lost because of that primarily, okay? And people are going to talk about all the Jags beat us. Yeah, they did, but we had 4 turnovers. You can't beat Rose Park Middle School in Nashville with 4 turnovers and you are an NFL team. You cannot do that. So we need to hold the ball as much as we can, which we can do by running the ball, being steady on offense. It's going to be boring, but that's what we have to do in order to win. That's how we've always won because that's what we have on our. We can't expect much more on our offense from a talent standpoint. We can't spread the offense at the moment because we just ain't got the guys. So we're going to really have to sort of hold fort. We do not want the Chargers on the field too much on offense because these boys can score the football more than just say scoring. Their scoring is okay, but they throw a lot.
Yep.
Now, when you look at the quarterback, Justin Herbert, now he has a lot of yards, but yards per, like, I think he only averages like 6 or 7 yards per completion. So it's not a lot of deep throws. He does a lot of dink and dunks, but he's got Keenan Allen, he's got Mike Williams, he's got DeAndre Carter, he's got the tight end Gerald Everett, he's got Josh Palmer from using. So he has a whole lot of players that's got over 400 yards receiving. Like all of them got that. So for us, we got to keep them off the field. The longer they're on the field, they're going to eat us alive. They're going to carve us up. So play the time of possession as much as possible. When you look at their offense, they're number 3 in the league in offense. We cannot put them on the field without 31 in the league offense, defense. 31st in the league in pass defense, 31 passing offense. That spells trouble for us. Stay on the field on offense, and we can possibly win this game, man.
Yep. I like it. So, Huck, let me ask you, how can we lose this game?
Oh, my gosh. Is there a turkey around here with a knife? Because there's so many ways to carve this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, it's this guy right here, Justin Herbert, okay? So right now, who holds the NFL record in the first 3 seasons as far as passing yards in NFL history? It's Justin Herbert, not Patrick Mahomes, not Joe Burrow, not those guys. It's this guy. This guy. Okay. He's throwing it incredibly. I watched the whole Miami game. The whole time I'm thinking, we are in trouble. Especially, it looks like Christian Fultz is not playing with a hurt groin. It looks like he's going to be out. That spells a lot of trouble for us. And again, he has weapons. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, this guy right here, right? That's Mike Williams, 81. Keenan Allen, 13. These guys, and then you know who their leading receiver is, bro? It's
Austin.
Austin Eckler, their running back. He's got 95 catches out the backfield. So we're in trouble if we don't stay on the field on offense. The Chargers will score at will. And even if they don't score a whole lot of points, they'll put up enough points to beat us, right? Our problem, again, we're not scoring a lot. And then you look at overall, we score 18 points a game. They score 22 points a game. That's a big difference, okay? So, they're putting a good amount of points on the board, and we're not. So, to me, man, it's on Justin Herbert. And I'm not so much worried about the Chargers defense. I mean, they got DBs, like as you mentioned, Derwin James and those guys, and Asante Samuel, Mike Davis and those guys. But, it's on Herbert. If Herbert goes out there, he lights us up, we're not winning this football game. It's just plain and simple. It's Justin Herbert as to how we will lose this football game. It's number 10 on the Chargers, man. What about for you, Jacques?
I'm going to add to that from a defensive perspective from the Titans. If you don't get any pass rush on Justin Herbert, you're screwed. Okay?
Right.
The pass rush has been dormant for the past, I want to say 4 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of dormant in the Green Bay game, but we did enough on offense to win that game. But it's been dormant for a while. So if we don't get any pass rush, any pressure, anything on Justin, what you just said, Hawk, that was facts, no paper, he's going to carve us the hell up. Look what Trevor Lawrence did Sunday, right? No pass rush. So you have to be smart and figure out. If you don't get no pass rush, man, that score can turn into something really crucial fast, right? 36 can probably be in the first half. That's how bad it can be.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? Play man on defense if you want to. It can get really ugly, right? And like you mentioned earlier, turnover. So if you want to lose this game, this is the perfect game that your recipe-wise that you can lose. Go ahead. But knowing the Titans, they're stubborn. So what they're going to do, we're going to stick to what we're doing. We're going to put them in one-on-one situations. We're going to have Roger McCreary on Mike Williams, who's about 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen. So you got to figure out, okay, if I'm Justin, I'm like, he's one-on-one with him? Oh, my God. Go. Just go. Just go down the field. That's all I need you to do is just go. And I'm going to throw it up to you, and boom, there it goes, right?
Yep.
Boom, there. Pop goes the weasel. Let it happen if it wants to, right? And the way the safeties have been playing of late, they're not playing rangy because they got to come in the box and try to provide support as well. So it's a disaster waiting to happen. So that, to me, like I said, I'm going to add to that. That's a way you can lose this game. Because we know our offense can't pick it up. We know they can't pick it up. So you really need your defense to hold fort until your offense can get in a rhythm, which Todd down and again kind of ticked me off with a statement he said earlier in his presser that he doesn't think that, well, if they don't need to be in a rhythm because they're not consistent. No, you need to consistently take that rhythm that you had in the first half of this game, on the Sunday's game, and you need to implement it the whole game. That's what you need to do, bro. That's what you need to do. And what has happened, if you don't do that, your offense is going to still out. So for the offense, like I said, I'm putting them on the shelf right now. Defense, can you step up and can you do this? If you don't, you're going to lose this game.
Man, that's so true, dude. Defense got to get turnovers, man. Shout out to Mark the Skeptic. We need turnovers.
Yep.
We don't get them. We don't. So Jacques, man, so looking at the Chargers roster, seeing film on them, watching games. I've seen a few games of the Chargers. I know you have as well. And again, we just saw the Miami game. You and I both saw the games, the whole game.
Right.
So for us, the Titans, who should have a big game for us, as well as who should we watch for who could have a big game for the LA Chargers?
So I say for us, I'm going to say Derek. I think Derek is trying to get back on track. He's trying to figure out a way to get everybody focused and get this offense sparked. So when I see they have the number 29th or whatever rush defense, then they could take advantage of that about running the king and saying, hey, just be vintage you. Be you, bro. You know what I mean? And just hold on to the ball, but be you. And they're going to be looking for him. Trust me. Everybody knows, okay, we got to stop him. But I think if he can will enough, he'll have a big game. On the opposite side, I'm going with Austin Eckler. Like you said, I think you said that Joker has 93 catches. He's going to go off. It's just not if, it's when. You catching out the backfield like that, that's their weapon right there that you have to really look out for. It's Austin freaking Eckler. That Joker's no joke, okay? He's no joke. And when I first found out we were playing him, I said, "Oh, they got Austin Eckler, bro. We really got to be careful." So that's for me. What about you, Hawk?
So on offense for the Titans, I think for us, man, I think the one guy that could go off for us, man, this is going to be a wild card. It's Austin Hooper. Okay. I say that to say that the Chargers' pass defense is good on the outside, but not so much on the inside with their linebackers. They got a bunch of, Khalil Mack is more of a pass rusher. Tranquil, he is more their cover linebacker. Kyle Van Noy is an old school linebacker, right? This guy,
Right.
he's more of a run stopper. So I do think the Chargers are going to do their best to try to sell out to stop Derrick Henry. Not to say that they will, but I think when it comes to passing, I'm not sure if Traylon Burks is going to play. I hadn't heard he's out. Heard he's been having some limited to almost. I know he'd been out early this week. I think he had limited practice today. I don't know if he's going to play or not. I'm not sure. But if he doesn't play, you got Robert Woods. He'll probably be shut down. Nick Westbrook-Akina and Racey McMath and those guys. I don't know if any of them will step up versus the DBs of the Chargers. So who could be open? It's the tight end. So it could be maybe Austin Hooper or maybe even Chig. But I'm gonna say Austin Hooper for this game will have an opportunity to at least get maybe 5 catches and a touchdown. I think Austin Hooper is due for that this game. I think for the Chargers, who we have to watch out for, man, is this dude here, man, Mike Williams, man. I think Mike Williams is like, man, you guys didn't draft me. You drafted Corey Davis. I'm here. I'm back healthy. I've been out. I got back last week. I was out here balling against the Miami Dolphins. I could not be stopped. I think he's going to keep going. Now, I can somewhat see Gerald Everett because we've been having problems with the tight end, man. And, Dane Cruikshank, who's out for the season, from my understanding, for the Bears, he was the tight end killer and had been his entire career. But we've been struggling with tight ends. I mean, look what happened last week against the Jags with Evan Ingram. He had 2 touchdowns. He dominated. He had 39 points in fantasy football at tight end. But I really think I don't know if Everett has the talent to do that. Mike Williams does at the receiver, the second receiver. So we've been having struggles with wide receiver 2s as well, too, like all season long. Watch out for 81 Mike Williams, man. He could light us up, dude, if we're not careful, man.
Big facts, no paper. So, Hawk, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
And we usually don't do this too much on our show. We used to back in the day, but today we're going to kind of switch it up on you guys. Will we win this game?
Jacques, I'm glad you asked that question. It's a question that needed to be asked this game. It does. It does. It needs to be asked. We will not win this football game. We won't. And I think that right now, the seams are busting open right now. I don't know if you saw where someone made a comment on Twitter about Dennis Daly and someone saying that, man, you could at least put, Dylan Radins there, left tackle, and Dylan Radins liked the comment. So when you see a lot of things going on, man, it lets you know the team right now is kind of cracking right now. I still think, I know the John Robinson situation, I know that's done, but it's a lot. A.J. Brown's a lot going on right now. As time goes on, that'll get away. And I just think right now things are just too hot right now. And I think that's a part of this. On the other side of it, the Chargers are a better football team, especially on offense. They got more weapons. We don't have that many weapons. They score points. We don't. So, this game is not as of importance, say, versus the Texans or the Jags. And I can see the Titans maybe not being as prepared going out to the West Coast to play the Chargers. So I won't say a score prediction, but I do not think the Titans will win this game. I hope I'm wrong, but like I said early in the season, when people were saying we're going to go 16-1 and 15-2, like, man, look, we're not going to win every game. We're going to lose some games. And right now, we're not on good sledding right now. And we're running into a hot team in the Chargers. The Chargers are ready right now on offense. Defensively, that's where they're struggling is on defense. But I think offensively, they're going to score points. So, no, I don't think we're going to win this game. Do you think the Titans will win this game?
I agree with you. We talked about it earlier. No, I don't. Unfortunately. Now, back in the, like, at least even last year, games like this, we would have confidence going in because we were like, okay, Titans is a team that they can beat teams they're not supposed to, and then lose the teams that they're not supposed to, right? But it's
Yep.
opposite. It's like now the teams that they are supposed to beat, they kind of can keep up with them minus Jacksonville. They can beat them. The teams that they are over 500, we struggle. And this is a team that, like you said, is catching steam. They got the momentum. And I just don't have enough confidence in our coaching staff to get these guys prepared with all the distractions, like you said earlier. This is a bunch of distractions, basically, right? And I just don't trust them right now. Everybody's not bought in. Everybody was bought in at first, but I feel like
Facts.
everybody's kind of slipping away with the decisions that are being made, like you said with the Dylan Raditz thing. Like, why not just try him at left tackle? When you have liking tweets like that, there's a problem. It's like, okay, well, he agrees with it. Then why don't the coaching staff see it, right? So right
Right.
now, it's I don't believe and I don't have any confidence in them to say, yeah, they can win a game, they can win this game, they can win that game. It's almost like a wait and see, and it's literally the Chargers' game to lose. The Chargers have to have a similar game how we had on Sunday by turning the ball over 4 or 5 times, and we taking advantage of our opportunities. That's
Right.
how much it is. And like you said, they're a better football team. So no, I don't see us winning the game. And like you just iterated earlier, I hope I'm totally wrong. This is the one point in my life I'm like, I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, wrong, wrong.
Yep.
But I just don't have enough confidence in his team right now to just say, yeah, they're gonna win this game. So that's for me.
Gotcha, Jacques. Gotcha, man. Some great points, man. We definitely do our research, man. And if you listen
Yes.
to many of our pregame shows, man, we've been on point most of the time, man. When you listen in, man, and so, again, hope we are wrong, but I don't know. I don't. You hear Kevin Byers quote, Jacques, about the tide and the boats.
Yes. Yep. I did. I
So
did.
I
I
know they're
seen
trying to
it.
motivate each other, man. Motivation does work,
Right.
but the teams have to be sort of close together.
Yep. They do.
And they're just a better football team.
They do.
They
And
are.
then too, you
They
do
are.
have a couple of players that's coming back from injury, like Lonnie Johnson. That's huge, right? You need Lonnie. Lonnie's a damn
That's
good
fact.
DB. And I
Yep.
think the Nico Autry practiced, but I don't know if they'll designate him to return. He might, but I'm not expecting him to do too much with a bum knee. I'm just not,
Facts.
right? So people,
Yep.
if you're expecting the Nico Autry to come in and beat Nico Autry, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's just
Facts.
they're limping dogs, and it is what it is right now. So yeah.
Yep. My hope is, Jacques, is hopefully, man, by the time we play Houston, especially Jacksonville, we have a majority of our players ready. If we
I
get
agree.
all of our players going against the Jags, we'll beat the Jags and we'll go ahead and
Mhm.
secure this spot in the playoffs for
I
sure.
agree.
So,
I
yep.
agree.
Cool,
I
man.
agree.
Cool. Yep. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all, that ends the show, y'all. We want to just say thank you all for tuning in as always. Again, we do play the LA Chargers this Sunday on the West Coast. So, it's on. We got to make sure to try to get this win. So, as always, you can always check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. You can check us out as well on TikTok at Tennessee Titans Weekly and on Twitter. You can check us out at Titans Weekly 24/7. For those that want to contact us, you can email us at Tennessee Titans Weekly at gmail.com. And as well, we're on Teespring. You see the shirt that I'm rocking right here? The t-shirt that got our logo on it. I don't know if you can see it with the banner right there. Let me see if I can remove that banner so you all can see it.
Mhm.
It should allow me to do that. But either way, you all do see the shirt that I got on, man. Hey, this is what we do, man. Check us out on Teespring. The link is there at the bottom as well. Click on it, man. Get you some merchandise, man. We got plenty of nice things from shirts, cups, mugs, you name it. We got it, man.
Yep, and I agree. Everything he said. When you do check Teespring out, get your merch, and then when you do check our other platforms out, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to those individual platforms. Of course, it'll get us in the algorithm and everything like that. And ultimately, let's get to California. Don't go out there acting a fool, and let's try to get this win, man. So take us out, Hope. Take us out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we hope all of you have a great rest of your week. I know it's Christmas shopping going on probably right now. I still have not Christmas shopped that much, bro, at
Hey,
all, dude.
me either. I'm gonna try to take care of that tomorrow or this
Yeah,
weekend, bro.
yeah, yeah. Me too, man. So for everyone, have a great weekend. And as we always say, and as we always do, facts.
No paper.